Let's now do an actual calculation for pressure drop in a case where the pipeline consisting of various piping elements is given, and as shown in the figure what you see on the screen. I acknowledge that the credit for this particular problem is through the training program which I attended and which was conducted by IIT Bombay. So we will consider this particular problem, which will give you an good idea as to how to do the pipe size calculations or the pressure drop calculations for a given piping, which can be used for pipe size determination. So in this particular problem, we have two equipment. So we have a storage tank and we have a process equipment, a distillation column, which are connected to each other by means of a pipeline. So if you read the problem, so we have a dedicated pipeline which is taking mixture of two fluids from a storage tank to a distillation column, and we have to estimate what is the pressure required at the inlet of the pipe. So we need to determine how much pressure is required here. So how much pressure here when the pressure at the distillation feed tray is given to be 1 atmosphere. So the pressure at this point is given as 1 atmosphere. So in order to achieve 1 atmosphere at 1 atmosphere pressure at the outlet, after discounting or after taking into account the pressure drop across this pipeline, you require some higher pressure at this particular point. So that is what we need to calculate. So a general approach to solving this problem is to first convert this pipeline into equivalent straight pipes. As we can see, this particular section has got two different pipe sizes. So we have to find out two different, for each of the pipe size, its equivalent straight length, calculate its pressure drop, add the two pressure drops together. So we'll get the total pressure drop in the pipeline. And when you, by using the Bernoulli's equation, we can calculate how much is the pressure head that is required at the inlet in order to meet the pressure head requirement at the outlet. Now let's look closely at the data which is provided. So the pipeline begins with the nozzle which is given here. So at every element you will find some number is given and the legend is given below. So this item number 1 is inlet nozzle and the size of that is 4 inches. So we are having this particular nozzle which is of 4-inch size, which is followed by element number 2, which is an expander. So this particular expander is from 4-inch to 6-inch. So the pipeline becomes from 4-inch to 6-inch. So the further pipeline becomes a 6-inch pipeline. So this is a 6-inch pipeline. Then the next item is wall. So it is a gate wall which is of 6-inch size, since because now the pipeline has become bigger. Then we have a 4-inch, the item number 4. Item number 4 is a T which is of 6-inch size. So this particular T, you will find that it has got only the branch which is open and the other side is blocked. So this side there is a blind branch, so which is blocked. So while calculating the equivalent straight length, we have to take into account uh, this particular aspect. Then as you continue, you will find that there is straight pipe, then there is elbow here, and so on. So there are number of elbows in this pipeline. And at one point, the item number 11, so till here the pipeline is continuing to be 6-inch. So till here the pipeline is 6 inches. Then we have item number 11. The item number 11 is a reducer where the pipeline reduces from 6-inch to 4-inch. So after the reducer, the pipeline is becoming 4 inches. So all the items which are after this pipeline, so all of them are of 4-inch size. So this all the elbows and other items which are coming here, they are of 4-inch size, and the pipeline ends with the exit nozzle which is of 4-inch size. So that is the data which is available, and all dimensions of the pipeline. So all the dimensions of the pipeline are given in this particular figure. So we know the distance between the different items. In order to do the calculations, we will require the process related data. So in this particular case, for calculating the friction factor, you will require the surface roughness, which can be taken from the table, but in this case it is directly given as a part of the problem. The size of the pipeline, 6-inch and 4-inch. So here the pipe schedule is considered as 40. The pipe schedule for this pipeline is given as 40 inches. So somebody has already designed this pipeline and you are doing the pressure drop calculations for that. So the inside diameter, the outside diameters of those pipes are given. The wall thicknesses are provided so that you can calculate the inside diameter of the pipe, and then you can calculate the velocity of the pipe. The fluid properties, that is the density of the fluid, the viscosity of the fluid, and the mass flow rate of the fluid is given. So using these values, you can calculate the Reynolds number, which will require in the calculation of the friction factor. So let's proceed with the calculations and understand how these calculations can be done. The first step in doing the calculations is to do the equivalent length calculation. So that is what we'll do. So we'll go each of the component of the pipeline and find its equivalent straight length. As we have seen, there are two pipe sizes, 4 inches and 6 inches. So I made two columns corresponding to 4-inch pipeline and 6-inch pipeline. We'll first find out, since there are items such as elbows which are multiple number of times, so we need not calculate for each of the elbows separately. So we'll calculate the equivalent length for single elbow and multiply it by its quantity to get the total equivalent length for all the elbows taken together. So that is why the two columns are there for equivalent length per component and total equivalent length. So let's proceed with the first component, which is the entry nozzle. So the entry nozzle is 4-inch size. So what we are talking here is this component, the component number 1, which is of 4-inch size, and the size is given as 4 inches. So in order to do this calculation, we have to go into the table which gives you the equivalent straight length for entry and exit of the pipeline. So remember that this is entry into the pipeline. So from vessel to pipeline. So that is what we are looking into. So here we are having the table which corresponds to inlets and outlets of the pipeline. Remember that our pipeline is of 4-inch size and ours is entry into the nozzle or entry from vessel into the pipeline. So it will fall in one of these categories. Our pipeline is 4 inches, so we have to consider this particular row. And here, out of the three, since the construction details are not known, I'm assuming that the nozzle does not have a smooth profile or it doesn't have an internal projection. So in that case, the equivalent pipe size will be equivalent straight length of the entry would be given as 10 feet. So this is what we'll use in our calculation. So here the entry nozzle quantity is 1, and the equivalent length what we obtained from the previous page is 10 feet. So I'm converting that into meters. So multiplied by 12 will give you inches, and multiplied by 0.0254 will give you in meters. So this gives us 3.05 meters. So these lengths are in meter. Since there is only one inlet nozzle, we have total length as 3.05 meter. And there is no contribution for the 6-inch pipeline. The next item that we are going to consider is the expander. So the next item would be number 2, which is the expander item from 4-inch to 6-inch. So for this we need to calculate its equivalent length. So we have to use the table corresponding to the reducers and the expanders. So we have an expander which goes from 4-inch to 6-inch. So we have to locate from 4-inch to 6-inch. So in this case the sizes are given from large size to small size. So we have to go for 6-inch and 4-inch. So this is the combination we are talking about. If it is from smaller to larger, which is our case, we have to use this column. So our length will become 4 feet. So from 4-inch to 6-inch, the equivalent length is 4 feet. And as we have seen at the footnote, this corresponds to equivalent length of smaller pipe. That is, this corresponds to 4 feet of 4-inch pipeline. So we'll go back to our calculation. So the next is the expander. From 4-inch to 6-inch, the quantity is 1, and the equivalent length what we saw in the previous table was 4 feet. So 4 feet converted into meters will give us 1.22 meters. So this is again 1.22 meters. The next item is a 6-inch gate wall. Note that we have now entered into the 6-inch pipeline. So the quantity is 1 and it is of 6-inch size. So we'll go to the table corresponding to the gate wall. So in this case our size is 6 inches and we are considering gate wall in fully open condition. Gate walls are either on or off, so we have to consider them on. So the equivalent length is 6.5 feet. So this we have to enter into our table. So this becomes 6.5 feet multiplied by 12 multiplied by 0.025. So that gives us 1.98 meters. So this becomes 1.98 meters. The fourth item is a T, which is again of 6-inch size. So we'll have a look at the T. So in the T we have to see whether it is going from main line to main line or main line to branch. So if you look at our pipeline, we are looking at this particular T. So in this particular T, the flow is going from main line to the branch line. So we have the flow which is moving from main line to the branch line. So we have to consider the equivalent length corresponding to this condition. So here we are having table corresponding to T, and we have flow through the branch. So we have to consider this column, and our size is 6 inches. So corresponding to this, we'll get an equivalent length which is 30 feet. So 40, which is 1 in number, the equivalent length is 30 feet, which corresponds to 9.14 meters. So that is, we have taken into account the T. The next is the elbow or LRL elbow. If you read the problem, it is given that these elbows are of LR type and they are of 6-inch size. We'll see in the figure that there are total 6 number of 6-inch elbows. So let's go to the figure and count how many numbers are there. So if you go to the figure, you will find that there is the number of elbows of 6-inch size are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So there are 6 number of 6-inch elbows which are there, and we need to find out their equivalent straight length. So we have to go to the table corresponding to elbows. So here we have the table corresponding to elbows. So we are having 90-degree elbows, and the elbow was given as long radius elbow. So for 6-inch long radius, the equivalent length is 10 feet. So we have to consider 10 feet as the equivalent straight length per elbow and then multiply by number of elbows. So we will have the LR elbow as per elbow 10 feet multiplied by 12 multiplied by 0.0254. So that gives us 3.05 meters multiplied by 6. The total length is 18.3 meters. So we know that all the 6 elbows account for 18.3 meters of length. Next we have the reducer coming in the pipeline. So next is reducer, which is from 6 inches to 4 inches, and it is 1 in number. So we have to refer to the table corresponding to the reducer. So again the same table we are referring. So we have 6 inch to 4 inch, but in this case now we have to consider the reducer case. That is the second column we have to consider. And as we can see here, the size is 4 feet. So incidentally, for this particular elbow, whether it is an expander or reducer, the length is same, that is a 4 feet. But it could be different, like you can see for the other sizes, the length for expander and reducer, they could be different. In this particular size, incidentally, they are same. Okay, so now we have taken care of the reducer. So we'll just show on the picture where are we. So we are at this particular item. So this particular item is the one which we have considered. So for this elbow, for this reducer, remember that for reducers, the equivalent length is given always for the small size. So whether it is from 6 inch to 4 inch or 4 inch to 6 inch, the equivalent length will be always for 4 inch. So the equivalent length for this particular reducer is 4 feet. So it is 4 feet multiplied by 12 multiplied by 0.0254. So this will come to 1.22 meters, same as the earlier one. So the total will be 1.22 meters. So next we have section which is of 4-inch pipeline. So we have to consider the items in that region. The next item is T, which is 4-inch size. So seventh item. So we have a T which is of 4-inch size and the quantity is 1 in number. So this particular item is after the reducer. So this is the T that we are talking about. So this is the T joint that we are talking about. So in this T joint, the flow is across the branch. So there is no flow across the T. So we are considering across the branch and it is of 4-inch size. So we'll go to the table corresponding to T joint. So here we have the table corresponding to the T joint. So we are having the T joint branch, not the branch flow, but flow through the main line. And our size is 4 inches. So for 4 inches, the equivalent straight length for flow through the main line is 7 feet. So that is what we have to consider. So the equivalent length will be 7 feet multiplied by 12 multiplied by 0.0254. So that corresponds to 2.13 meter. So this gives us the 2.13 meters as the straight line. The next item is also a T, which immediately follows the first T. It is this T that we are talking about. So this is T where the flow is through the branch. So unlike this T where the flow was through the main line, here the flow is through the branch. So we have to refer to the corresponding table. So for 4-inch pipe and flow through the branch, we have equivalent length which is given as 20 feet. So this is again one number, 20 feet into 10 into 12 into 0.0254. So that corresponds to 6.10 meter. So this is 6.10 meter. The next item are the elbows, which are of 4-inch size. So we have elbows which are of 4-inch size. We have to see whether they are long radius or short radius. So we'll go to the main picture. If you look, they are the SR elbows of 4-inch size. So this, and there are two in numbers. So that is different than the earlier elbows were LR, whereas these elbows are SR elbows, two in number. So those elbows occur one elbow here, another elbow here. So we have to calculate for SR elbows what is the equivalent length, 4-inch size SR elbows. So we'll go to the table corresponding to elbows. So we have 90-degree elbows, short radius. So for short radius 4-inch elbows, we have equivalent length which is 10.5 feet. So these elbows are short radius. They are two in numbers and per elbow it is 10.5 feet into 12 into 0.0254. So that gives us 3.2 meters. So total for two elbows will be 6.4 4 meters. So that is the length corresponding to the elbows. And finally we have the exit nozzle, or where the flow goes from the pipeline into the vessel. So we have to calculate the losses at the exit. So there is one number of nozzle of again 4-inch size. So we have to calculate what is the equivalent length for exit through 4-inch nozzle. So that the inlet and outlet are given. So this column corresponds to the exit for any type of construction, and our size is 4-inch. So the exit losses will be equivalent to 20 feet of pipeline. So we'll do that in our calculation. So this is 20 feet to 12 into 0.0254. So that corresponds to 6.1 meters. So the total is 6.1 meter. So we have covered all non-straight components in this pipeline corresponding to both 4-inch and 6-inch. Now we have to add all the actual straight pipelines. So in the piping diagram, the piping layout which is given, the dimensions of the pipeline, they are mentioned in the drawing. So we have to add up all the 6-inch pipeline lengths and all the 4-inch pipeline length. Here we are taking the pipeline without deducting the length of the elbows. So length of elbows will be very short corresponding to the dimensions which are given. So over the length of 10 meters, the 4-inch elbow length will be very short. So that is, we are not doing that precise calculation, since the pressure drop calculation purpose, that much accuracy is not required. So we are considering direct to center distance between every corner to corner distance we are taking. So if we add up all the straight pipe lengths, so the next is pipes, straight pipes. So for 4-inch pipe, the length is 50 plus 5 plus 50 plus, I'm just adding up all the lengths which are given corresponding to 4-inch. So that comes to 123.92 meters. And if you add for the 6-inch, it is 5 plus 10 plus 100 plus 5 plus 50 plus 9 plus 6 plus 10.75. So that corresponds to 195.75 meters. So we have converted each of the component into their total equivalent length, and now we can calculate the total sum. So the total straight pipe length will be addition of this column. So if you add up for 4-inch, it comes 150.14 meters, and for 6-inch pipeline it comes 225.17 meters. So now the first step of the calculation is done. So we have converted the piping system into its straight line components. So there are two components corresponding to the two sizes which this particular pipeline contains. Now for each of this straight pipe length which we have got here, we'll use the Darcy's equation and calculate frictional pressure drop head corresponding to each of the piping size, and then add them together, you will get the total pressure drop. So let's calculate the pressure drop first for the 4-inch pipeline.